Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusk Saloon. Scooter here in a Scooter sandwich. Today we're live at the Bird's Nest, Winnebago, Minnesota. We're going to talk with the wives of beer collectors. Come on in, crack a cold one. Let's talk about it.
Come on.
All right, folks, welcome into the saloon this week. Today we're going to be talking with the women of beer collectors. We want to find out what they think about things going on. All these bright, shiny lights, clicking, popping, all that making noise, us disappearing on the weekends with our buddies, just drinking beer and having fun. Hey, you know what? Some of them come with and they have a heck of a good time. Today, live at the Bird's Nest, Winnebago, Minnesota, I got Colleen, I got Judy, I got Melissa, and I got Kim. I want to welcome you all in. Guys, gals, sorry. Colleen.
Yes, Missy.
Melissy. We'll fix that.
Okay.
Melissy.
I just want to stop this real quick. Her name's Colleen, but she goes by Missy. I may have had a couple beverages. I called her the wrong name back and forth a few times. Sorry, Missy. Or as I call her now, Melissy. Anyway, back to the video.
Missy.
Yeah.
So you got a husband, Dave. You guys own this beautiful place, the Bird's Nest. First off, I want to let you know how much we appreciate you guys putting this show on every year. I talked to Dave earlier. It's such a great time. It brings friends together. We get to spend some quality time together. We get to have a great time together. Thank you for doing that.
Absolutely. We love having people. Who knew that this was going to be the vision? We bought this place in 2017. Was a homing pigeon barn full of homing pigeons, and he had a vision, and we just went with it. And he said, you know what? I want to bring people here to celebrate, talk about beer, have great friends come over, and just talk smart and cheers each other. And so here we are. Thank God.
You know, funny story. I talked to Dave a little bit earlier, and I think one thing that stuck out in that conversation was Missy walked into the pigeon barn, and she about couldn't contain herself. And she said, "Dave, you're never going to get the smell out of that place."
I did.
You know what he said? He said, "I'm going to prove her wrong."
He did. We walked in here, and I'm a pretty tough chick. I can pretty much take anything. I walked in here and I said, "There's no way. You're going to have to tear it down and rebuild. You're never going to get the smell out of here." And he said, "Challenge accepted."
You guys did a wonderful job together. And
did.
Again, we're very grateful. Everybody here loves this place, and thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So what we're here to talk about today is you ladies are married to these guys that are beer collectors. Kim?
Fanatics.
Fanatics?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this crazy hobby, Kim?
You either love it with them or you don't have a great marriage.
Colleen?
Yeah.
I would say that's a one thing that we've always been connected with is having fun, collecting beer. And that's what we like to do together, and that's what we find when we meet other wives. They do the same thing. That's what they do. That's their hobby together. And amazing people in the beer club. And then now we have amazing friends as wives. And there's a couple times where I might have bought a sign or two myself. And you feel there's just a joy with that. Like if you look at my old Milwaukee wall over there, that was my dad's pride and joy, and I've been wanting to do that for years. And finally, who would have thought that I'd be having an old Milwaukee wall? Really just in memory of my dad.
That's fantastic.
That's just, you wouldn't think that would be something that we
Mike and I get pretty competitive.
You do.
We go into an antique store and we have to find it first.
Oh.
Yeah, we call the Hamms, "Oh, Hammy." It's like we have to find it first. So it's a complete competition for us.
Judy, did you collect, you're married to Tom Twilliger, you guys have the gallery in Algona, Iowa. You do wonderful framing work, by the way, and all of us collectors appreciate that. Before you met Tom, were you into this beer hobby?
No. When I met Tom, I was a Bud Light drinker, and he drank all this really what I called weird beer. A lot of dark beers, that kind of stuff, and we actually, our first date was at the Schell's Brewery in New Ulm, Minnesota, and he just happened to be collecting Schell's Breweryana. So then kind of like with the rest of the ladies here, it kind of just became, you know, do things together. Okay, this is what we do, and then it became kind of a little competition. And I was always willing to go into a store and get on my hands and knees and dig behind stuff because there was booths or places where like, oh my gosh, check it out. Did you find out in this booth? You know, did you see this or that? And I'm a little aggressive, you know, like in an auction or something. You know, if I want something, I'm that person that'll hold the card up. Tom's a former auctioneer, so you know, I never get to do the bidding or the, you know, the bidding side of it. I'm always the one doing the clerking part of it. So for me, it's kind of fun, and I'm just, you know, kind of a, you know, if I want it, I'm going to get it. So we've acquired a lot of really cool pieces.
So you know why you're the one going in there digging it, because we can't find that second sock that the dwarf steals out of the dryer. So we rely on you guys to find that stuff. So you guys probably have a better set of eyes for that kind of thing.
Well, I think every one of us could tell a story of a sign that we found, or in unknown places, whether we're going out to dinner, or we randomly walk into a store and I'm like, oh, now I'm so aware of it. I think we all look for it. We look for it when we watch movies. We look for it when we're going anywhere. We find that cool piece and go, is that a, 100%. I think it is. Let me move it and get down there. I mean, we all, I think, have, each of us, individual stories where we found cool pieces for our husbands and they're like, yes.
Melissa, were you into the beer stuff before you met Lindsay, or did you grow into it as a hobby with him?
I was not. He brought home a Hamm's piece, and I started getting into the bears. So I'm big into the salt and pepper shakers, anything with bears and the animals. So I love that. He is very good about knowing what I have and what I need. So he will find stuff for me and buy it for me. We've just, our collection has grown together.
Let me ask you this. Does he go, hey, honey, I found you this brown bear TP guy, Hamm salt shaker.
No.
By the way, I also found this, you know, moon to moon that I'd kind of like to get, and I'll buy you that if I can pick that up.
His big thing is glasses. So he has a ton of glasses. So if he finds something for me, and I mean, I'll pay for it, and if he finds a glass that he wants, it's a trade-off. We don't get in a fight that way.
Yep, that's right.
So I think it's safe to say here that all of you ladies appreciate the hobby along with your
Oh,
husbands.
absolutely, 100%.
Have you found it to be like a good bonding experience to help keep you guys together, give you some common ground, something you can go out and enjoy together?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes. The best thing about it is I've gotten to know.
I would have
these
never had
ladies.
these friends without it.
That's right, absolutely.
All these friends.
And it's a true friendship, and it's not just a hobby.
No.
I mean, it's keeping in touch. It's meeting outside of this. It's not just the beer collecting piece. It's getting together for barbecues. I know we're all in different states, but this is something I always say, there's no friends like beer club friends.
Right. I agree.
The number one answer in all of my videos when I talk to people and ask what they look forward to most when they go to a show is friendships.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Collecting friendships. We can put all these sparkling lights on the walls, but we're going to enjoy the friendships more. The beer signs are an excuse for us to get together and have some common ground.
Yep. And the best is when you find something for someone,
Right.
knowing that you're salt and pepper shakers. Kim is Hamm's girl. She's Hamm's chick. So we know, I knew today when Dave built that, whether it was the coffee table or the bench, that she was going to be all over that. So it's when you find something for someone else too, and whether you secretly send it to them and not say anything, or you meet them and you get to see their faces when you find a piece that they've been dying for. That's the cool part. Even as girls getting into it, or I thought of you and I grabbed this, or there's a couple of our friends that made earrings.
Yes.
Ham's friend made earrings.
Yes.
The Ham's earrings and stuff and so it's expanded way bigger than that.
You know what's funny is that the Hamm's collecting with the memorabilia and the advertisement goes beyond just liking the beer. Because honestly, I don't like beer and I don't drink Hamm's. But I absolutely love the hunt of the Hamm's and the Hamm's collection and collecting. And so I'll drink a Hamm's, but I'd rather have a rum and Coke. But I love the actual hobby of collecting Hamm's because I think the memorabilia and the advertising is so unique.
Judy, what is your favorite brand? Do you have a favorite brand you found throughout this, or just a brand that you like the way that the signs are designed, or the pattern they kind of follow with making? Is there something particular that you like maybe more than your husband?
Well, I'm pretty passionate about the Shells just because we have a lot of memories just from the brewery itself. Tom and I actually got married in the Schell's Brewery.
You did?
Yeah.
We did. We
That's
got
awesome.
married in the Schell's Brewery. So our first date was there, and we happened to stumble upon a Bachfest that was going on at the time, and we've been there at other occasions where we saw people getting married in the gardens, and I thought, wow, this would be really cool. I'm not a frilly person, just very casual, and so we just decided, hey, we're having a show here. Let's just surprise our friends and get married. So we did.
That's fantastic.
And it was great. I'm very passionate about Shells. We've become really good friends with the owners of Shells. If you go there and see their museum, I've probably reframed about 95% of their breweryana there.
Amazing.
I guess Shells, I love the deer. Tom's was a hunter. He still is a hunter when but I love the deer that they use on a lot of their labels
Absolutely.
and things. So I've been pretty partial to Shells. So
Now, you are a hams girl. We've already
100%.
said that. Is there a niche in hams that you prefer? Maybe your husband likes something different. Is there something you prefer more
I
than
prefer
maybe
the
Mike?
thermometers.
Thermometers?
Yes.
What's your favorite thermometer? Tell me about it.
I don't know what it's called, but it's like 4 feet long. I don't know what it's called. It's very rare to find, but my husband found it for me and got it for me for a birthday present. And it's a pretty large thermometer, and it's very, very rare. And we've only seen it for sale once, and that's when my husband got it for me for a birthday present.
You need to share a
I
picture
don't
with
know.
us.
I'll have to share a picture of it for you. But I've gotten other thermometers. We have 4 thermometers total. But if I see a thermometer, I will pay whatever price it is to pay for that thermometer.
I might have one for sale. Hell.
Yes,
Missy.
that's what I collect.
Missy, you talked about your dad collected old
Yep.
Milwaukee. Was he a collector or was he just a Milwaukee drinker? And
He
that's what
was
brought
a
you?
Milwaukee drinker, so I'll tell you a quick story. And you guys know I don't talk quick. But long story short, as my husband always says, you don't have that. But when I was about 16 and Dave was 18, he used to come home, pick me up, and we'd go out. And he would always have a beer with my dad. And my dad kept returnable bottles in the garage, in the cool part of the garage.
Well,
Never
yeah.
in the fridge, but in the cool part of the returnables. And he would drink a beer, and I'm sure that was not very good. But he's like, you know what? He's an okay guy. He's drinking my beer in the warm part of the fridge, in the warm part of the garage, and so it's those like little memories that I've kind of forgotten that he keeps reminding me. So that's the really cool part about all that.
I'm going to borrow these for 1 second. When I met my amazing bride, Tara, I met her dad, Lee, and he's passed away. But he said to me, he goes, and he had a little bit of a lisp. And we're sitting there and he had his glasses on, but then they would come down like this. So, what do you think about the Red Rockets? I said, what the heck's a Red Rocket? He goes, where'd you find this kid? Old Milwaukee. And I said, oh, I'm a hams man. You ain't gonna change me. And he went, and he just
That's
laughed.
awesome.
So our joke going on was the hams are still milk. But as my duty in that relationship was, I did share some Red Rockets with the
That's awesome.
old man, and
That's
it was a
awesome.
great time. Now you're a hams girl as well,
Yeah.
and you fell into salt and pepper shakers, and we know Lindsay's and glasses. What brought you to those salt and pepper shakers that made you like? I mean, is it just the bear itself, or what was it?
I love the bear, and I love the animals.
Just all the
that came
animals.
with it. And fun fact is, my grandpa that I never knew because he died before I was born. That's all he drank was hams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. I just found that out from my dad here not too long ago. But
Missy,
the animals is my thing.
that's
love it.
You know what? You have quite the collection. I've seen it, and it's all your fault for every time I buy a salt and pepper shaker. And I tell my wife,
Not sorry.
it's Melissa's fault. She got me into those darn salt and pepper
Yeah.
shakers.
That's awesome.
Missy, if you had one dream piece you could pick out, what would it be?
It was here today at the show. It was in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Ken Cree, I hope you're watching this. He has an old Milwaukee metal sign that I am dying for. And he teased me in Michigan because he's like, there it is, come and see it. And we were going room to room and he kept showing me it. And I just said, not today, not today. So I walked away and people were like, we'll give you the money. I'm like, nope, I want to earn it. I want to buy it on my own. And I couldn't pull the trigger, but I loved it. And today he brought it and leaned it against the fence. So every time I came out on the deck, I could look at my metal sign. And he goes, do you want to come over and take a picture with the sign? And I go, no, I did that in Michigan. And he said, oh, I just thought it would be a picture of regret.
Oh.
And he laughed. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
That
But it
darn
was just
beer
like,
collector.
I
Check
know.
out the beer collector on YouTube, by
That's
the way.
right.
So you're talking about that giant 6-foot
Yes,
old
I am.
Milwaukee
Yeah.
blue porcelain sign.
Yeah.
Would you remember what year that was from?
I don't.
It's gorgeous. I saw
It's
it.
gorgeous, and it'll be perfect. I already have a spot for it. Sorry, Dee. I'm relocating the hams on the ceiling. The old Milwaukee would face right on there. I still love hams. We would just relocate it. Do this beer sign shuffle.
Judy, what's your dream piece? Do you have one?
You know, I really don't. I've just, like I said, Tom and I have kind of collected together. He's more into like the cardboard things. I'm more into kind of like the lighted signs. I just like, or the motion. I like to see the different movement in the signs and the kind of the brains behind the sign. Like, oh my gosh, that's amazing how they made that do this, or the change the colors, or the deer going through the water and stuff. So for me, it's more the motion signs, but I don't have like a favorite sign per se. So
Just kind of like if you see it and it's something that
Yeah.
really hits you,
Yeah.
you just really
Yeah.
want it. I get that. How about you, Kim?
The Stanley or the Moon to Moon.
Which Stanley? Do you have a
Well, the
particular?
helicopter.
The helicopter. Okay. Okay. Melissa?
Right now, I'm looking for the Sheriff Bear salt and pepper shaker with the white hats.
White hats.
White hats.
Oh, good
How many
to know.
versions of those are there?
The one that I know of.
Well, but there's a black bear set with brown hats. There's brown bear sets.
Yep, and there's one with white hats.
Now, were those Hamm's Club or were those?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But I did pick up another set.
What'd you
today.
get? You're not going to tell us, are you?
Well,
It's a secret covert operation.
Don't ask.
it's the Christmas bear, but it's got gold trim on it instead of the just regular trim.
I got you.
I'll show you so you want one.
Have you ever experienced your husband saying, "Honey, I'll be right back. I just got to run something to the basement,"
I experienced that
I
today.
know everything.
or
my
do they
husband
come in
buys.
and say, "Look what I got"?
My husband tells me everything he buys. In fact, he drove all the way from Oregon to Chicago to pick up an outdoor sign.
How about you?
Well, we usually road trip with them.
Yeah.
And we're all together, and so if not Tom, then Dave's buying something or we're muling something back. But we're all in. I mean, we're right there.
You're together.
We're together.
Oh, yeah.
How about you?
I think
You ever sneak something in the door and be like, "I don't know where that came from, honey"?
well,
That's
if
my
I to-
line.
If I told you,
Oh,
it wouldn't be a secret.
well, we won't
Oh.
the only time I've done that is for Christmas gift.
Oh yeah, yeah, I have done that too.
I've done that for
Yes,
Christmas
but
gift. Sneaky
normally, yeah, Tom will tell me everything. However, he did on the way down say, "Hey, I got to tell you, that final cardboard that I needed in that series for the grain belt, I found it and I bought that."
Oh, nice.
Which I didn't know about till today, but he's happy.
That's
Thanks
awesome.
to another collector, West Ball, for muling it back here for us, so we didn't have
cool.
to drive all the way to Wisconsin to pick it up. But yeah,
But we love Wisconsin.
we enjoy doing it together, and like I said, I buy enough things of my own where we don't. It's not really a competition about who spends what, but
Your comment just
We
made
just
me think of
enjoy it.
something. Everybody's got their place, and like in my house, my wife is a minimalist. She does not want that stuff upstairs. She tells me flat out, "You bring home a beer sign and you're smiling, and that makes me happy."
Right.
She's awesome. I did sneak a Hamm shot glass from McAllister up on my windowsill to take pills with. That did get by. But do you guys have like your own place where your signs go, or do you combine them together?
The bird's nest for us.
Okay.
Everything's together.
Fair enough. Judy?
We have a bar in our basement. We live what they call the Ridge Road. So our bar per se is called Tavern on the Ridge. So we have a very eclectic collection, I guess. We have mostly shells and grain belt, but we do throw some really cool other pieces in it. The Hamm Scenorama, of course, we had to have, and some other really interesting pieces that we just, whether it's wildlife or whatever, we throw in. So we just kind of mix it up, and we don't have any specific places
You
for it.
just all mixed up. How about you guys?
Our house kind of looks like a bar. I mean, there's signs and stuff everywhere. We are currently building a big shop. We have a 10 by 24 Hamm's billboard that'll actually go up on the wall out
Oh,
there.
that's cool.
So that'll be really
That's
fun.
gonna be
And some of the
cool.
larger signs will go out there, so I'm super excited about that.
That's awesome.
Kim?
My complete house inside and outside is completely Ham's. I've given Mike
Yep.
free reign because I don't have a
Us too.
designing bone in my body nor
I
a
hear you,
hair.
girlfriend.
So he can do whatever he wants, however he likes, and I'm happy with it. So.
Please note when you watch the video interview with Mike Casey, when he said,
He's completely
my
free
wife
range.
doesn't have decorating skills and
None.
she has me take care of it. He
None.
wasn't making it up.
I don't care. And he cooks, so I don't care.
Hey, me too. Hey, over here too.
Yeah, I'm
Not-
good. He
you got the
actually has
bookends.
a very great design eye, so he displays it in a way that's exceptional. So I don't mind it at all.
Now, can you share us a little bit about your setup down there? You guys have kind of a neat little setup going down at your place. You have a speakeasy.
Yes, we do have a speakeasy, which is about 800 square feet of, it's mostly ham, and it's a hidden bar that you wouldn't know unless you knew it was behind basically, what am I looking for? A cabinet, basically. You have to go behind the cabinet in order to find it. But upstairs, our entire kitchen and living room and other parts of the house are completely hams related. Collectibles.
I love that.
And even outside in our patio, he's got a sticker on our mailbox. I mean, he goes to the local, the local golf, course, and he's tagged hams there. And so he can't go anywhere. Our local bowling alley has hams tagged in the bowling alley.
That's awesome.
And he can't go anywhere without putting something hams there.
Judy, you've been in this game for how long now? The beer collecting stuff.
31 years.
All right, so there's a new collector at a show. You see them, they kind of look lost. They don't know what they're doing. You can just kind of tell when the new people are in. We all want to encourage them. We all want this hobby to grow. What kind of advice are you going to give that person?
What kind of advice am I going to give them?
Yeah, what kind of tips, what kind of things would you tell them to help them out in the hobby to get going?
Well, today is a little bit more difficult today because the price increase and things like that. But, back 30 years ago, things were a lot cheaper, and you just picked up stuff because it was $2. This is kind of cool, but I would just encourage people. There's so many great collectors out there, and a lot of people, when they know you're just getting started in the business, I would just probably introduce them to people. What are your likes, dislikes? There's a lot of collectors out there who go, hey, you know what? I got here's a little trinket for you to get started and get your first piece. That's kind of what happened with us, we didn't have a lot money to buy a lot of things, and people was like, well, what are your interests? And so I would kind of encourage that, and to do it with their partner or friend or whatever, and to really get out there and meet people. I'm definitely a people person. I love to be. The best thing about this hobby, like I said, is meeting new friends and getting together and sharing these kind of stories and things like that. So I would just encourage that, and to get out and meet other people and do that kind of thing. So
How about you, Melissa?
Talk to people, make friends. The group is amazing. I mean, I can't tell you how amazing the Hams group is. They will help you out. They'll be there for you. They'll look out for you. They'll find things for you.
I'm
it's
into that.
just amazing.
And you know what? Buy what you like, not what you think is worth a certain amount.
Good
Yes,
point.
absolutely.
Good point.
Absolutely.
How about you?
I would say, especially the show that we just had this weekend, we had a lot of newbies. A lot of newbies.
How many new first timers?
I would probably say 20, 25 newbies today.
Fantastic.
So that's awesome, and I love it's the younger generation, and so this can continue. So I think it's just being. I think the biggest thing people are surprised about is how friendly we are,
Yes.
how open we are,
And
how
community.
welcoming we are.
Helpful.
And hey, what can you, like Judy said, what do you like? Are you a sign guy? Are you a cardboard person? What brand do you like? Are you classic? Do you like new? Do you like, so it's finding out, but it's also just welcoming them and say, hey, you know what? We all were newbies at one point. Ask questions. Ask questions. We'll tell you who the expert is. This person is an expert in hams. This person, you know, I can top of my head. If I'm thinking grain belt, I'm going to think her husband, Tom Twilliger. He's an expert in grain belt. So I would be introducing that person based on what their needs are, and just making them feel comfortable. Say, hey, let us know. What do you know? We'll show you pieces, and just making them feel like, hey, you know what? This is a cool place that you're going to find a really great friendship.
And the Facebook pages. I mean,
Yeah.
those are amazing.
Oh,
to join.
outstanding, yeah.
I want to ask you guys, you ladies, sorry. I want to ask you ladies a question and understand where I'm coming. I think you'll understand where I'm coming from with this. Back in the 70s and 80s, women were used a lot in the advertising for beer. Nowadays, there's working at an antique shop, I would have a poster of a gal, and I would find it turned around and hidden. Because some people didn't find it appropriate that there was a gal in a bathing suit, or the wheat and barley girl from Grain Belt or something like that. How do you feel about that kind of advertising?
I love it.
Yeah.
I am absolutely no problem.
I think it's,
I've got no problem.
Celebrate it.
Actually, I think the older the better.
Yeah.
I agree.
mean,
I
the
agree
older
with
the
that.
better. The cool. I'm like, that would be a cool area to live in, or whatever the sign is. I'm looking at the old Milwaukee lady over there on my wall. I mean, she's got.
I love this one right here.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
almost naked.
And look at how about that
Over there,
right
too.
this guy. And that lady over there.
Yeah.
I mean, so I have no problem with
Yeah.
that. I think that makes it a cool piece. You know, it's an antique type of piece. And I think that air brought in a different collector.
Yeah.
So
I think
have
we've
zero problem.
become overly sensitive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool. Yeah.
So, if you were here today and you found one thing, what was it? The one thing we talked about, like dream piece. But if you could just find that one little hidden small, maybe that one small item that you were looking for at Bago Bash, if it could be that one thing you were looking for, what was it?
I found something today. I found I got 4 placemats that had the Ham's characters on it, the cartoons.
The cartoon one.
Yes.
Oh, those are fantastic.
That was my purchase for Bago, and I'm super excited.
Did you pick up anything today?
You know what? I got a surprise from my husband today. I'm running around, obviously, as we all are at the show, so I don't really get to look at what everyone has. So I happened to run by this table, and I saw an old Milwaukee set. I'm like, oh, I love that. I got to come back. But in the middle of doing 10 different other things,
Was it the round one?
it was.
Nice.
I almost bought that.
Good thing you didn't, because my husband did, and he surprised
He
me.
would've stepped
And
on
he
me.
doesn't usually do the surprise thing. I mean, we do for birthdays and that kind of thing, but I'm like, oh my God, I love this. I can tell you right now where it would go on the wall. That tin would move up, and we'll put it right. In my mind, I'm thinking, really quick, I'm just going to look at it. And I was with a couple other collectors. I'm like, I need this, and they're like, we do need that. But I never got a chance to get back there because I was going 10 different directions.
It's beautiful. It's an ROG round disc, Milwaukee ROG. It's an absolutely beautiful piece.
Yeah, and as I walked away, I thought, God, I should probably just see how much that was. I should just ask him. But someone else pulled me away, and I didn't get a chance. And about an hour later, I see my husband carrying it. And I'm like, no! I was coming out of the house, and I ran down the stairs. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. And I had a couple other collector guys I was standing there talking to, and they go, Oh yeah, I knew that was going to you. We didn't even bid on it because we knew that was going to you. So that's the kind of cool stuff.
He also bought a really highly collectible item today. He got himself a Dusk Saloon.
Yes, he did.
Little cheap plug there. How about you? If there was something here today, what would you hope to find, like a small or something?
Well, you know, I honestly did not even browse a table today because
You were busy.
You're very
I was
busy,
so
girl.
busy running from here to there and making sure that all the people here had what they needed, whether it was something to
Exactly.
drink, letting them know if they were new people. I also do the memberships and things like that for the club, so I was signing up new members. I was helping with the auction. I was helping, get the
You're a busy
organized
lady.
for a raffle and stuff. So this show isn't always about what I can find. Tom enjoys the camaraderie, which I do as well. And so this is more for him to find his holy grail piece, you might say. And actually, in 4 days, I've hardly spoken to him because he's been so busy with friends and stuff,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
Cool.
So I don't even know if he picked anything up this weekend, but I don't necessarily have to find a piece that's super rare or anything. It's just kind of like, wow, that's just kind of a really cool piece. Maybe just might be a character or something that I like in there. One of the few pieces that I really would like to have is a Hohenstein piece with the little guy striking the rock and then the rock. They're pretty rare to find. They're in a good condition because they were made from cardboard, but I would absolutely love to have that piece. But like I said, money's, they got more expensive over the time and stuff. But if I found one, I'd spring for something like that if I could find something but that's kind of been my little holy grail piece. But
You'd hold back on other things to get that.
like today, like I said, today it's about everybody else. I just want to be here to help out and make sure that things are running smooth
Trooper.
and things like that. So I just want everybody to have a good time, and so I think between the two of us we put 40,000 steps on running back and forth, but we want everybody to have a good time and stuff. So we enjoy it and everything. So yeah.
How about you?
Well, for me, I'd like to have a nice hand swatch.
Oh.
Or two. And more spoons.
Spoons. I haven't actually seen
I have
any of
one,
the spoons.
one spoon. But a hand swatch, every time we go into an antique store, I go straight to the jewelry section because I'm like, there has to be a watch here somewhere. There never is.
Cool.
But I feel like that is like really hard to find, like the thermometers. You just don't see them as frequently.
But this is exactly what we're talking about. So now we all know that she
Yes.
likes thermometers, and we know that she likes watches,
Watches.
and that she's salt and pepper. Now
Yes.
the Hohenstein piece.
Yes, yes,
So how
exactly.
that turn full
Yes,
circle?
feel
Yes.
free to buy that.
I
for
will
me,
buy
please.
that
Yes.
if I found it for
I
you,
will buy it.
girlfriend.
I will buy
I
it.
will give up my CBG leggings to buy you a Hohenstein sign.
Yes.
But that's the cool part. Now we know. Okay, all right,
Right.
Kimberly. Okay, let's
Yep.
she likes this.
Yep.
I mean, that's the cool part. Yes, we are wives and we're moms and we're grandmas and all that, but we also go, okay, that's right. Let's look for. If I go in the antiques, I'm going to look for her and look for that
100%.
watch, and I'm going to look for salt and pepper, and I'm going to. That's the cool thing about this group is it's not only finding stuff for yourself, but it's a find for your friends.
Yourself or your husband.
And that's
Yep.
what us guys do for each other
Right.
as well. We're always looking at like, hey, Randy, do you need this or
Right.
that? It's
And I think
For sure.
people outside the beer community, it's hard for them to understand that. You try to explain it,
Right.
but it is a tribe. I always say, people give me a hard time when I say it's our beer tribe, but it is.
It is.
this is the greatest hobby I've ever been part of.
Yeah,
I say it every
100%,
time.
yeah,
And the
100%.
people they make it everything.
I travel
that-
3,000 miles to be here.
That's right.
Yes.
We appreciate you,
Yes,
girl.
we do.
You guys got anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, we appreciate
No,
you.
thank you
Yes,
for
we
taking the
appreciate
time to,
this.
talk to us and
I'm so thankful that
fly
you're here and you
with
guys are willing to do this with me. I think this is a
Absolutely.
great side of things that people want to hear.
yeah.
So it brings us to that last part, folks. We'll see you in the next segment. It's called the final toast.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Well, folks, another great episode. Talking to those ladies, that was just such a great time. I loved getting their perspective on things. The fact that they use it as common ground as a couple to bond and get a little closer, something to do together and go meet with more friends. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Hey, I want to thank you for stopping by the saloon. Please hit that like, subscribe button, hit the little bell thing. All of that really helps me on YouTube. And the more we can get this channel to grow, the more people we can help. So what's it time for? It's time for that final toast. Well, today I just want to say cheers to you, the good friends. All of you people that got me into this hobby, all of you that support me, all of you that I watch help other people, cheers to you. You make this hobby what it is, and it's a fantastic hobby. I'll say it, and I'll say it again. There's no better hobby than collecting beer. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.